Well, this thing got added to the game. This is the AAT60. It is very weird looking. That's much better. This is the tank alongside the Nemesis that is in the current loot boxes. If you want my full details on what I think about the loot boxes, check the Nemesis video. At the start, I explained everything there. But the long and short of it, no, I don't agree with it. And I think it's gambling if you're trying to get just one tank out of them. And yes, I did receive the loot boxes for free from Wargaming to be able to get this vehicle. But is this tank any good? Well, for the ammo selection, it's not too bad at all. You get 285 premium pen with heat, which means that you can go through a lot of vehicles, especially at tier 8. This is a tier 8 medium tank after all, so you should be not struggling against anyone really, unless it's like a tier 10. And the standard rounds are very, very good, so the majority of medium tanks that you're going to meet, you'll be able to penetrate. The HE rounds are a little bit of a letdown with only 53 pen, but yeah, it's fine. An important thing to add, the pattern crew doesn't fit directly into this tank. The reason being is because the loader is also the radio operator. However, if you have an M60 crew, it will fit directly into this vehicle because the loader is also the radio operator in that vehicle. But that is just one thing to take into consideration if you do pick up this vehicle. Other than that, you have very, very nice alpha damage at 320, which is the pretty much sweet spot for tier 8. I can't believe I'm actually saying that because that used to be the sweet spot at tier 10 not too many years ago. But 320 alpha is kind of the sweet spot at tier 8 now with mediums. You are in the same category as the LIS and also the 274A. However, unlike the 274A, you actually have very, very good gun handling. And you also have pretty decent hit points. Although, the armor on this tank is abysmal. Anyway, yesterday I went onto stream and I played a few games in this, and these were my first impressions. Oh no, it's got one of these camos where it makes noises. Okay, so yeah, gun dispersion is very nice. Actually, this is really, really nice gun dispersion. Why does it sound like a helicopter? Oh yeah. It actually sounds like a helicopter. The AAT60 attack chopper. Spin the turret, true. I need IRM on this so we can go ultra fast spinning. I mean, I know for a fact that this thing doesn't have any armor. Like, literally zero armor. As you can see.
The antenna is damaged. We can only talk locally.
We'll see how good the accuracy is, though. This only goes at 1,150. It's not amazing. I think I might change the camo after this game. We've played one game with this camo, but I don't want to play another one. I really don't like the noises this makes. Actually being baited by this guy. Well, APCR would have done that. Would have penned and done damage. My god, what is that? That is some awful RNG. Apparently I'm a tracking god right now. I mean, DPM's good though. Alright, we're starting up the helicopter again. Off we go. It really does sound like a helicopter. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this tank, to be honest with you. I don't really know. It feels very weird. You can't rely on the armour because it has none. The gun seems okay though. Well, the gun seems okay. Apply. Yeah, this doesn't seem that bad. It's actually kind of hard to put into comparison what tank you would compare this to. Like, to compare this tank, I don't know what vehicle I would compare it to. Can't compare it to the Lys. I can't compare it to a 274A. But even though they have the same gun, well, the same gun-ish, like, you need 320 alpha and no armor at all. I don't actually want to cross all the way over there. Right, we'll go over this way. We need to reinforce this side. It does feel nice with a turbo. I'm gonna load HE, see if I can just pen this guy quickly. It turns out I didn't need to. No gun depression over the rear of the tank. Like, 0 over the rear, actually.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit.
Okay. See, this is where you want it. This is where you want the tank. In this kind of situation. I need to knock this down.
Enemy armor is hit.
I waited until I was fully behind the tree so that he wouldn't spot me. Can now go forwards to try and get some more spotting. Yeah, this is the environment you want in this tank.
Enemy armor is damaged.
You can unleash the 2.9k DPM.
Ricochet.
And all of the accuracy that you have.
We didn't even
Man, what? Sure. I don't know if it's worth it for the turbo though. It feels nice, but I don't think it's worth it over the vents for the extra view range that you'll gain. Because that's really nice. I think the little bit extra view range, so you could go over 445, is going to be a bit nicer to have. I mean, or you could go with optics. That's also an option.
penetration. Enemy is hit.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, it's not bad. Both of these tanks I would rate the same. I would. It's not... This is not an OP vehicle. It's not a bad vehicle. I think that this is just an average tank. In 2.3... What do we get in the... We got like 3.5 in a Nemesis or something out of 3 games, but... Could you put low noise on this? And then you just snipe? It's an option, I guess. I'd only have that as like a secondary though. Like if you get proc or something, just stick low noise on it and just go and hide. The problem is you can't even really spot. So like your view range is sort of useless. Unless you're going to stay hidden. I don't know. This tank's weird. This tank is less straightforward than the Nemesis. This one requires you to actually know how to play the game. The Nemesis you can just go on the front line and just fight people, or even the second line. Because you have the alpha damage, it's kind of a no-brainer. You just do damage and just be done. With this tank, you need to actually use your brain and not take a lot of damage in return. So that is the AAT60. I think that it's a little bit better than Nemesis, although they're both fine vehicles at the end of the day. It's not another BZ176, so let's all just rejoice at that fact, shall we? But thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts, what you think on the tank, and also if you picked it up from the boxes or if you didn't even bother buying the boxes at all in the comments down below. See you in the next one.